Dana, we've got a good friend of mine, Nikki Glazer, today, and she is someone that I've known for a while now. Always a good
Mhm.
laugher, always very generous with compliments. She's super fun and funny, and loves you. And we've had dinner with her once or twice, all of
Yeah.
us together. I think during COVID we did also. And she and I do Las Vegas together, the Venetian. I think we're there again
Hmm.
this weekend. Um, but she's a sweetheart, and we got to cover, of course, the roast.
We do a lot of roast stuff. She's so easy to talk to and incredibly honest, but it never has any teeth to it.
Yeah.
There's a sweetness to her, and it's just fun to talk to. And we talked all about her beginnings and the psychology of trying to be a stand-up, and then, of course, a lot about the roast that is still matriculating around the culture. They don't do them that often. This one was considered called the greatest roast of all time. So it
It's
still
smart of them to
is.
call it that, because then if
Yeah.
you go, "Hey, do you see the greatest roast of all time?" They go, "Oh, was it? Okay."
And then the next one would be the real greatest host of all.
Yeah.
But that was a big thing. And she absolutely destroyed, got the first standing ovation in the room, and wrote some brilliant jokes. And she's walks us through that. We talk about the nerves and what jokes to use. Anyway, so it went by fast. David said this will be an easy one. And he was right, because she had a
Yes.
lot to say, and she's very open and honest. I would listen to it if I was someone right now and they're doing something.
Yeah, if you like Nikki there, she's also got an HBO special coming out. HBO specials are that was my first one, was HBO. Great place. It starts, I think it's out now.
It's
her
kind
HBO
of a
special.
prestige thing. HBO is a little more exclusive.
Yeah.
Netflix is obviously the kingpin, but HBO is they don't just throw those at anybody.
No.
And Someday You Will Be Dead is kind of about her jealousy of other women. So yeah, she's everywhere now, and she's trending, as they say. She's
Very open, very honest.
She
and,
joins us today, young lady who's out there, and she works with David Spade in Las Vegas at the Venetian. They're going to be there May 5th, December 7th. Johnny would do that. And let's please welcome Nikki Glazer. What's the state tax? Are you taxed in your native state?
I would never know that. I live in Missouri, and I rent an apartment, and I don't own a home. I don't own a car. I don't have kids. But I do spend a lot of money to see Taylor Swift and stuff like that. And I eat out for every meal.
You don't have a car? So you just Uber everywhere?
I bought my mom a car, and then I took her car. And so I'm driving my mom's car.
I paid for it. That's a great present. Just keep taking it back.
How are your parents?
No, my mom's old car.
How are your parents handling having a famous daughter who's really successful? How are they?
Oh, they
how does that?
They're famous, Dana. They're on her Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, my parents, there were 5 kids, and so tons of pictures on the refrigerator. And then as I got more and more successful, it eventually was just all me. And I said, "Mom, what are you doing?" So did she have ambitions, or did your mom or dad, to be in theater arts?
My dad is a musician and plays around St. Louis in grocery stores and different bars.
Don't lowball him like that.
I know he hates when I start with grocery stores, but it mainly is groceries. But he's a great musician. He just wanted a family and safety, so he chose a career in cable, which was safe for many years until he got out. Right after he got out, and then yeah. So he took the safe route, and then he really believed in me and always supported me. I knew when I first started, it was going to take. I said 8 years before I wouldn't depend on them to help me out a little bit here and there, and it was 8 years on the day where I didn't need them anymore. Where I got that first check that kind of made it so.
Well,
they weren't covering
parents
my overdraft
normally
fees.
warn, but in your own mind, I can talk for David or me. It's it didn't seem like a risk. I was like, well, I'm just going to try this. I mean, were you more I don't know, maybe I should have a plan B and be a junior high school?
No, my plan B was kill myself someday. I mean, honestly, that was kind of I was I guess I don't know what I'll do if I don't find an in some way, because I tried all the other ins. I tried acting, I had tried singing, and And no one cared to hear any more of that. And I mean, I wanted to go to theater school and be like an actress, and then I couldn't even get booked like in my high school play. I was always like, in the Diary of Anne Frank, I was Jewish townsperson B, and that was my senior year of like, this is going to be my role. And so I was getting all the feedback that I did not have
Anne
it.
Frank, that's not.
Townsperson B. That's
her
really
plan
nice.
B was just a pill plan B. That was it, right? That's the only plan B we've heard.
I had no, but did you guys have a plan B? Like, was there? Did you even? I think that's part of why I was successful, was that I didn't even. There was just no chance that it wasn't going to happen. Maybe I let that thought in for 20 minutes of my whole time struggling. Maybe it never even occurred. I feel like I hear about like Jim Carrey and manifesting stuff, and I think I unintentionally manifested this career because I never let in a thought that it wouldn't happen.
Well, I think that's good. I mean, for me, it was like, I think after a few years, I don't know the eras of comedy booming, but at some point I was averaging $500 to $600 a month, $50 gig, $25 birthday party. So then I was like, in those days, too bad for the younger generation, that was my job. So now this is my job. I was a waiter before this, and a damn good one.
Yeah.
But
I love waiting tables too.
This is my job. So then I just went wherever. But I just thought, if this is what I do to make money on planet Earth, this would be a good way to go.
Yeah, even if it stayed at that level, you mean?
Yeah, what a waiter. I always say a waiter's wage, and now it'd be like $2,000 a month, $2,500 a month, probably.
Yeah. I did the same thing.
Yeah, my overhead, like you, Nikki, when you start, everyone when they start is a minimal overhead. So I quit too early. I was in Arizona State, but I was working at a clothing store. And I was also
quit.
And I quit because I was making $80 a week. I was making 4 gigs that are $20 a pop, and I was like, I feel like I got this because I wasn't. But and then I got out of school. My mom was like, "God damn!" I'm like, "Listen, I wanted to be a radio DJ because that was the only other thing you could sleep in, and then maybe do the afternoon shift, and it didn't seem that hard." But I thought I can't have. Everything was too tough. School started to get hard. I got distracted by stand up. So
what were you studying to be?
Like lofty goals.
Were you in school to be something?
It was not. It was a little early on because I was still like in anthropology and things that didn't matter. But it was to ultimately be in advertising because my dad was and my brother Andy was.
Okay, that makes sense. And advertising is the thing that you go, okay, that was always my fallback too. I was like, because it's creative, but apparently it's even more soulless than what we like. It's you're so creative all day, and it's sometimes fun, but it's like you're ultimately just trying to manipulate people with your art, and that's got to be kind of depressing, which is what we are doing a lot of times as well.
So we've asked people this before, but like, okay, your first set, and where was it in the day of the first set that you're going to go?
Of course it was good, right? Because none of us
would do it. Always good.
Again, do you know how many comedians that would be like just legends right now that just had a rough first set and couldn't even imagine how good it feels to have a good set? Because that is what keeps you coming back, is that memory of the good one. No amount of bad ones make you forget it and chase it. But of course it was good. It was at University of Colorado. It was my freshman year, and I was like really not doing well mentally. I had an eating disorder. I was like on death's door, literally. I was about to die, and I was praying to die because it's just a miserable life. You don't eat, you can't eat because that's part of the disease. You're hungry all the time. You're cold. No one wants to be friends with you because they think you're like on a diet trying to look hot, even though like that's the last thing you're trying to do. You're just like stuck. It's like, it's the fucking worst. It's having a terminal illness and everyone blaming you for it and thinking that you chose it because you want to be hot. It's like, it sucks.
Quit choosing to be hot.
Yeah. Well, because it starts that way, right? Like you do a diet and it kind of works. You get some attention. And then I went, as I do, but I just couldn't. I went bananas and didn't even eat one of those a week. And just like it, and so I was really good at it, but then it got really bad. I was hospitalized and stuff. So I went off to school to like get away from my parents who were like monitoring what I was up to with not eating, and it was already my plan to go out of state for school. But then I caught this eating disorder between deciding to go out of state and leaving for it, and I was hospitalized during the summer at home. It's rough, but I tricked them all, got out, was like, I'll eat enough and I'll go to school, I'll be responsible. All the doctors are telling my parents she's going to die if she goes there. Like, there's no question. I was like, yes, like, let me, this is hell. I don't even know how to get out of this. I don't want to get out of it. Like, it's fucked. But then, because I looked so scary, this is my theory, because I looked so scary and no one wanted to be my friend, I just became like loud and like funny and like told stories and like, you know, when we're introducing ourselves around the dorm or at the sorority, I was like rushing a sorority. I looked like a skeleton, like it was crazy. But I just was so funny that people started forgetting the way I looked and wanting to be friends with me. Or I just
go
amped
louder.
up. Yeah. And I'd never done that before. I never needed to do that before. I kind of just always wanted to be not noticed. But at this point I was so noticeable by the way I looked, I couldn't not get ahead of it. And then that was when I started hearing like, you should be a comedian. And I was like, huh? Like, is that I knew about stand-up, but I didn't pay attention. I liked SNL, I liked Seinfeld, I liked Friends, I liked Conan. That was like the pillars of my comedy obsession, but I didn't get into stand-up. And then I like Googled it in my dorm room and was like,
is it true you were inspired by John Bonet? And her early success.
I didn't put the joke in my special, which is coming out May 11th.
May 11th. What's the name of it?
HBO. It's called Someday You'll Die, and it's Saturday, May 11th. So it's already out now by I think the time this is airing.
This comes on in
so just go check it out. HBO. Someday You'll Die, and I cut it from the special, but because I had too many jokes about like wanting pretty girls to die, and so I had to lose one of them. So it was, you know, the joke is a true story. I've always been like insecure, always wanting to be the center of attention, not knowing how to like get it. I feel like that's faded as I get older and realize it's not that fun. But initially I was always like, who doesn't want to be famous? Like, do you guys relate to that? Like your friends in high school or middle school? But mine were like, not really. We don't really care about being famous. And I'm like, what? Isn't that everything?
I think now, I mean, a younger generation, because everyone is famous in their own way with Instagram, all that. But I said this to Jerry Seinfeld. I check with my wife once a year. I go, honey, did I ever say I wanted to be rich and famous ever?
Really?
And she said no, because I was just trying to win the club.
That's embarrassing.
You know, I was trying to get to the middle and then get to the headline. I was just thinking like that. It was too abstract that I would be famous, too crazy that I could be on TV, and it hurt me in a lot of ways throughout my career. I never was able to really take it in. You know,
Dana, what motivated you was just becoming a headliner. Like that was the first. Like I just want to be able to make a living, a good living, a decent living, doing stand up and making people laugh.
Yeah, and I came from a track and field cross country background. So I was also really, really competitive, but not in a nasty way. But when Robin Williams was there initially, and then he left to do Mork and Mindy when he came back, which I said many times, I don't know. And he would levitate the room, as I call it. Yeah. And look like he wasn't trying. It was explosive. I just thought, well, there's a standard. Yeah. So I kept saying, I've got to get more intense. And I was horrible. I would have one joke after like a 5-minute setup for a while. You know, it's like, I see a short setup and then a lot of, it took me a long time.
But man, you figured it out? I mean, so quickly. You got to this level. I mean, but relative, like you had it from being like bombing wildly on stage to figuring out how to elicit the kind of laughs Robin Williams gets. And you figured it out. And but that's so interesting to me. Because there is a difference. Like I think for me being famous is just like being loved, like it sounds vapid, but it's like at its core, it's just like, I just want love and acceptance. I want to be able to survive in the world because people like me already, it's just a survival instinct. So I want to take some vapidity away from it because it feels like, I just want everyone to like, is that even a word? I just want everyone to,
I like that. You're already walking into a room and we have the benefit where people know you and have mostly a positive opinion, or at least you're not scary. At least when you walk up to people or you say, oh, your kids are cute, they don't think you're a psychopath. They're like, oh, this guy. Or any situation, you can say hi to people or you can, and they kind of are off guard already. They're not like, hey, fuck you, don't walk up to me. Don't say hi to me.
Doesn't that make sense in an evolutionary standpoint of like wanting the whole tribe to know who you are and care about keeping you around? Because and having some stake in your existence. I mean, it comes from it makes sense where it comes from. But Dana, I think I also have that in me too, that competitive nature that I didn't know, because I think I'm the same way of like, I'm not like throwing a remote control if I lose a video game, kind of angry competitive, but I am viciously competitive. And you realize it when you do things like the roast, which is like, I was just thinking about this is like the day after, 2 days after the roast, and like immediately you walk off stage and everyone's like, this was the best, this was the second best, this was like, it is a ranking thing. And I'm like, oh my God, that's why I like roasts, is because I finally found a way in comedy to like compete. And in a way that I feel comfortable competing. Like I can't compete maybe in other ways in comedy. And I don't look at like going up at the Comedy Store against people as a competition, but this is like, you have 5 minutes. Everyone's doing the same thing. It's the same task, and who's the best? And it brings out that nature in
the
me.
real thing is you have 5 minutes. Everyone's doing 23.
It's so true. Oh my God.
I texted you during the roast. I go, is everyone going fucking long, or what's going on here?
Well, it was interesting. They told us like, football players are getting 3 minutes. Belichick's getting 2, and then you're getting 6. Andrew's getting 6. Jeff's getting 6. And everyone went over because the laughs. You don't account for the laughs at the forum. But I will say they were like, I thought they were going to be a lot more strict about, you can't do this. You can't say this. But get this, so I have my set, like, I'm down to the wire, right? I've been working for a month on perfecting every fucking word, every transition, everything makes sense. Finally get it down, submit it. And I mean like under the wire, then rush to the red carpet. Out of the red carpet, I go, do I have time to go to prompter to see what this fucking looks like even? Read through the prompter. I'm in the prompter room. All the comedians, all the people on the dais are in the room. So I'm like, can they get behind? I'm reading through. Kevin's behind me. I'm like, Kevin Hart, will you not look at but he couldn't see over everyone's shoulders anyway, so it didn't fucking matter. So I was can you raise the monitor? And so he I'm reading through. I like and then rushed right on stage. I sit down. Kevin comes up to do his set first, open, and he does one of my jokes.
The classic roast situation.
Do you think he saw it on the prompter, or just parallel?
Oh my God, that setup sounded like I thought he stole it. No. Yeah, no, sorry about
parallel
that.
development.
Yes, obviously. And but I was just like, how did they not catch this? But the truth is, like, the writing team is getting jokes last minute. Kevin chose his jokes very last minute. They're entering them in. No one cross-checked it. So his joke is that Tom Brady got out of his divorce and then he's been fucking around town so much his dick has CTE. And mine was about masturbating to him to research for this, and my clit has CTE. But on mine I have like a tag that I'm like, okay, that makes it different. So I'll just blow past the fact that I do the same joke. But I'm also like, at first, I'm just, my face, I can't even, I'm on camera, but I'm like,
how do you get it off the prompter? During the show, you can't get it off the prompter, right?
No, it's a live show. There's no producer to call. We're on stage already sat. I'm like, do I talk into my lav and think maybe someone hears me? I don't have an in-ear to hear if they hear me. Jeff Ross, who's the producer, comes and sits down next to me. I go, I have the same joke Kevin just did, and I can't take it out of the prompter. The prompter guy is not going to I haven't worked with him enough to, hey, if I do this, just go to the next one. I had it set. So then I'm looking at one of my friends who's in the front row, and she knows my set backwards and forwards. And I go, and she's like deer in headlights look too. And I go, what do I do? And she's just like looking at the carpet, because we're trying to think of another joke that will fit coming out of, Tom, you were on my fantasy team last night, and then transition after the CTE, like into something CTE without saying it. Like,
and can you jump the line without the prompter freaking out and blowing your rhythm?
But that's the thing. I'm like, I don't think I can, because I'm like, I don't even know. And then it would ruin my flow entirely if I stopped and go, hey, can you? And then I go, okay, maybe I'll just say the joke and go, that would have gotten better had it not been already set, like address it. But then that's like, do I need to? I've never performed for even this big of a crowd before. It's at the Forum. So it's like, I don't know the dynamics of the sound and what people like. And so, but then I did the math on it. I was like, okay, there's enough time between me and that joke that they might reset. Like, they'll subconsciously know that isn't as funny as it would have been without hearing it, but maybe they won't be able to place it.
I think so. I mean, I just noticed it. And I went, oh, well, the head didn't talk to the tail. That was just, and there was going to be.
Yeah, no one's going to be like, she stole that
other people
minutes
talking
ago.
about how beautiful Tom Brady is, how attractive he is, and stuff like that, or is he gay?
Yeah.
So can you not have overlap?
There's going to be bumps.
Definitely.
Yeah,
And I was surprised that there weren't more like when I submit, because after that happened, it was one of his first jokes. And so the rest of the time I'm watching the teleprompter, like, where
Freaking out.
else? Like, what am I going to do? Like, it was just that moment of, live TV, which obviously you guys are used to, where it's like, I got to make a decision and let's just see if it's the right one.
But you have the best line of the night.
Which was?
I thought it was the most clever. It was hard hitting. It really made me laugh out loud. And that was, how does it feel? I won't even say it, that when he can kick your ass while he eats.
Eat. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'd say that I talk about Tom Brady. Now Giselle, his ex-wife, is dating a jujitsu instructor. I was like, that's gotta hurt knowing your ex-wife's new boyfriend could beat your ass while eating hers.
I like that you don't say
I'm
eating
glad
her
that you
ass.
like that, because I was like, did I even say that? Poor Giselle.
Well, it's so outrageous, but it was constructed really well.
Thank
you said
you.
hers. You didn't say ass twice.
Yep,
There was a reason it was palatable.
Thank you. That really means a lot.
I'll just tell you point blank. It doesn't matter that you're on the thing. I thought you won the night. You saw how Kevin Hart react. If there is a competition, there isn't.
He was a good reactor, though.
Dude, he really did give it up to you. Me, not no money line and all that. I mean, he sincerely in that moment was giving it up to you, like, that's how it's done. It doesn't get any better. So you must have felt good after that.
I mean, amazing, because you guys know, like, we are all kind of in competition sometimes. And for another comedian like Kevin Hart, who definitely has achieved that level of success by making things about him and probably not making it about other people and shining the light on them. That's how you get there, to use that time to break. I mean, he literally went up and was like quoting people's jokes, just saying them again. Yeah. He literally, after I got a standing ovation, which I didn't even know about, he goes, I want everyone in case you didn't see it at home, Nikki got a standing ovation to give me that. Like I know why he was doing that, because he wants to build me up. It wasn't so that people actually, it was designed that way. And I thanked him afterwards and I said, I know you didn't need to be as generous with, the laughter and saying things afterwards as you did. And he did it for everyone. And it was an example of what I want to like be more like in this business.
It made it more fun. It made him very likable too.
Yeah. It's the way Fallon, when you go on his show, when you do stand up on his show, he comes, which is terrifying. And you don't go up cold, but you're coming back from a commercial break. It's like all of a sudden this person just standing there who's no one's seen. It's like kind of going up cold a little bit for an audience, but he comes out before, warms them up, tells them, oh, I love this girl so much. Like, even if he doesn't, and then he is like cackling at his desk and just his silhouette moving, he probably isn't even making any sound, but he's giving us that. And the audience is watching him to decide how to feel about me subconsciously. 100%. It's the way that I feel about YouTube comments, which I hate so much. I hate that everyone gets to just comment on things all the time. And David, when I talk about this, I always say how you told me that the Hollywood Minute, Showbiz, Hollywood Minute on SNL was the only time like celebrities got roasted or like kind of got made fun of or ridiculed
directly like that. Yeah.
Well, it was all People magazine and everything was like fawning.
Yeah. But that was the only place for it in
no
the
one
90s.
could shit on 'em.
Like, and look at it now. That seems insane that would be it didn't
now
exist
we're an
before.
angry mob.
Yeah, and so YouTube comments are
stars.
constantly there to tell you how to feel about a video. Like, even I'm a pretty savvy consumer, and I feel like I want to watch content and really make my own decision about how I feel about this and not be influenced. But then a little YouTube comment pops up, and if it's like, if it's Fly on the Wall or whatever, commenting like one of the greatest things I've ever seen, and I see a little check mark next to your name, even if I don't know what it is, I'm like, oh, someone with a check mark thinks this is the best thing.
Yeah.
I like this more no matter what. I just do. Even me who knows that it's trying to get me to like it. So that's what I think it's really detrimental when it's negative. But when Kevin kind of co-signed, it really, I think that's why there's been this fervor afterwards that I've never felt in my career before, of people being like, oh, you had a standing ovation. You were the best one. I'm like, thank you, Kevin Hart. I mean, I did well, but that really, that boost helps so much.
It's hard to have no glitches. It's hard to go through a set. It's hard to go later. When they introduced you, I said, fuck yeah, she's got to go soon because Andrew Schultz, who's great. And by the time they got to him, I forgot he was going on. I'm like, oh my God, he's got to follow every joke.
I told him.
And he still did great.
I told him, I said, if we swap sets, this could be a different conversation. Because he's like, you did the best. Don't even fucking try to tell me I did too. And he's being very sweet. But I go, but we know it was about, they didn't have any juice left. And we were 2 hours into a show. Right. I couldn't believe how well Tom Brady did 3 hours into a show. I was like, but it was a good time all around. Who did you guys in your career, like, do you feel, were there any moments where someone went out of their way to vouch for you or say you're funny that is like stands out to you? I know you have tons, but.
Well, for me, I guess Brad Gray and Bernie Brillstein, they were, they just championed me. I had other managers and people didn't get me. I was sort of a cutesy guy. I didn't look like a comedian. I did a lot of weird sitcoms because I didn't know that I'd be on Saturday Night Live in 3 years, you know?
Whoa, really?
But they were the first ones that said, yeah, you've got it. And
directed you towards SNL and that kind of thing? Were they the ones that say, this is where you belong?
Yes. And Bernie managed Lorne Michaels. Bernie was Lorne's manager.
Got it.
And we were all in the ecosystem there. So it was a lot of luck. But just want for a second, being competitive, like Kevin Hart, I'm sure is, maybe he's like, who can get to $1 billion or whatever, is a separate lane from generosity.
Yeah.
And being, it's like, I can imagine you meeting a version of yourself who's like 22 in the clubs and you catch something good about her.
Yeah, and Tanya Harding her.
Yeah,
you just make sure, well, just to be honest, you probably would squash her. And
right, because of the amount of time I've been doing it versus her. Yeah.
Yeah. And you pull out the tricks and then the baton.
But I am. That's what I was talking. Like the Jean Bonnet story that I didn't get. Like I'm threatened by girls who are like younger and prettier, and I can see potential in them. Like, of course, I want them to go away and to get a boy like. Brittany Murphy out. I hate to, I'm making obviously a joke, but I want them to get a boyfriend who controls them and then they don't get to succeed and reach their potential. There's a secret deep part of me that yes, because to me, it's a survival of the fittest. And if she's out there, then that's one less spot for me. And people say there's room enough for everyone, but there is a threshold for how many people can know. So there is, you can say it all day. Okay. Everyone can be famous, but not everyone can. There is a threshold. So there is a spot. If someone goes, another spot opens up. But now I fight that disgusting part of my brain that is so jealous and so critical. And when I challenge myself every time I get threatened by a girl on Instagram, like I see a clip of a young hot girl and she's being hilarious, like Catherine Blanford or what is her name? Caroline Benowitz. These two like cute, blonde, hilarious girls. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I just want them to not be funny so bad. I'm watching it like, please don't be funny. And it is, because it is every time, because they're just naturally hilarious in a way that I feel like I'm not. Now, instead of, when I feel like go away, bitch, I post it on my Instagram story and I say this girl's hilarious. I just like, I have to do it. It's my rule for myself to like fight that, because people did that to me early on in my career and tried to like, get me canceled in different clubs and told people I was sleeping with comedians to get stage time. And I was like a virgin. I was scared of sex. And I was suddenly like this whore that was blowing disgusting comics for stage time. And it really held me back. I had to like move out of my home club town because it was no one respected me and everyone thought I was stealing jokes from guys.
I like that move still works. It's like, she's a whore. It's like, it sounds like it's like works through the history of time.
Yeah. And
everyone's like, what?
And these guys were right. She's blowing Pauly Shore and he's writing for her. And I was like, I don't know which I should be more insulted by. Not because Pauly's hilarious, but like how could you think he could write these jokes for me and that I would trust him to write to my voice? Like, it was just like, so I try to just do the opposite, even though they're absolutely, I really relate to that bully, the person, the people that even bully me.
What is the phrase rumor monger? Is that the phrase? People who cultivate rumors to destroy people?
It's easy to do, isn't it? Like,
But Schadenfreude, you know the German word for taking joy in your friends' failures. So that we all are 5 years. Oh, okay, we're all 10 years old inside. So there is all those reflexes. It's like Toy Story. There's a new kid in town. All that.
Yeah, we do.
The next Nikki Glaser.
It's instinctual. You're being replaced. There's someone younger. They get more attention. They're more fertile. Like these are all the things I talk about in my special. But yeah, it makes sense. Like I remember. What was I just gonna say? But when my bully in my hometown, like who really devastated me, and I really did have to leave town because she got all of my friend comics against me, like my club that I started at, like I just couldn't get stage time because she convinced everyone I was a hack whore, and so. But
that's the title of your next special. Hack whore.
I think that's like the Japanese translation of the one that's out now.
That's your poster.
Yeah, that's the poster.
In Tokyo.
But what I remember, I had told Amy Schumer we were dear friends and we were talking about, and she knew all about her. And we both hated this girl, and we're like, you know what, this is gonna drive you to succeed. And I finally got to a place where I was doing really well. And I remember texting Amy one day, like, I found out she's pregnant, and I was kind of like, she's like got a husband or boyfriend. And Amy just goes, "You won!" And I was like, "Oh, you're right. We're not gonna hear much from her now." So yeah. That's my new thing is wishing girls pregnant.
You wish them to get pregnant to get rid of them for a while?
Yeah, because then instead of death, just pregnancy.
It buys you some time.
Yeah.
When we did the roast for Rob Lowe, I saw Rob yesterday, actually. We did the roast for Rob Lowe. Why did I say that?
Love to hear it.
Because you can't not see him and go like, I'm looking at a perfect.
Yeah.
It's jarring what he looks like. I'm sure you never get used to it. But yeah, when we were doing the roast.
It still bothers me.
It is.
He's my John Bonet.
It hurts.
When I did the roast with Nikki, that's the only one I've done, was for against Rob Lowe or whatever it's called. It was Rob Lowe roast. And then I thought one of the interesting things, 'cause I never did it, was the respect and quiet unwritten rule that regular people don't seem to know. When I go to the Improv, if Jeff Ross is on stage, I don't go in. And when they're practicing roast jokes, I saw you the other night, you're doing yours, the other comics that are on the roast step aside on their own. They go, we're not allowed to see each other.
Yep.
And when you go to the stage, Dana, they were like, that day I'm going to just look at the prompter.
Yeah.
Rob Lowe is there. And they go, we got to get Rob Lowe out before you can come in. And everyone's in on it. And everyone understands.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
But we don't
Nikki's
say
in
it.
there. Yeah, they just go, you're not ready to go in yet. And in my head, I go, oh, Nikki must be, someone's in there.
Yeah, we don't. Right. That's the strange thing. I've noticed that. And this time around, like I'm running into Jeff around town, and you're trying to get a sense of like, how hard are we going? With Tom Brady, can we mention Aaron Hernandez? Can we mention him kissing his kids? Can we mention Giselle even? Can we mention Bridget Moynihan? Can we mention him deflating balls? You don't know where the line is. So I got on an early call, and I'm like, what's the vibe? Like, you just want to get a sense of other people's jokes to see what's going on.
You don't know what they are, yeah.
But you can't because you wouldn't want anyone to see your jokes. So you can't.
Go, am I the one going too far? That's the funny part.
And then you hear someone going too far and you're like, well, now I want to go further.
Yeah,
and now your whole
joke
set,
you hear, you
the
go, oh,
bar
fuck.
rises.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me like a week ago. I'm like, wait, there is an Aaron Hernandez joke? Like, we're going to joke about a guy who hung himself in prison tragically after killing someone because he had CTE, which is what all these guys are going to get on stage eventually. Like, we're going there? Okay. Now
there were three of them, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
might have been.
It was. There were.
Bridget Moynihan said something today.
She did.
She said, and she posted something like, I would never. It wasn't saying her, but she said, I would never let people. It's really what you think she'd say. Something like, that's not something I would do. I thought we would never do stuff like this.
Yeah.
And it was like because she gets dragged into it. I think from one of your jokes.
Yeah.
But also, Giselle took such a fucking beating that all I wanted was her to walk out at the end and get a standing ovation.
How cool would that have been? I'm sure they tried to get her, but there's no way. That would have been so cool.
In a fucking karate gi.
It's Brazilian
with a white belt. She goes,
I love
it's a white
Hart
belt. It's not
karate.
About the karate lesson.
Yeah.
I haven't learned one thing.
Okay, I have a question, Nikki.
Yeah.
In the room, and your vibe, you're looking at Tom, you're watching him. He's a good sport. They say he got mad at Jeff Ross for a second. What's your vibe of how much pain or not pain he was feeling, and how much he was expecting these level of jokes, or was he surprised?
I heard he was down for whatever. I mean, there was, we all agreed not to make fun of his kids and the kissing thing. We all were like, we don't want to bring that into it because his kids are in like middle school. We want them to keep that special between them.
Right.
And so we just decided that was kind of the only one that I was like, hey, we're all kind of collectively not going to do that. And I would go, okay, well, there goes half my act. Like so much was about
kissing
that.
Dry humping the
because that was the only thing I knew about him. Like that was when that video came out, I was kind of obsessed with it because my dad used to kiss me on the lips as a kid, and I had a bit of like it went into my adulthood where I was like, we can't do this I know we do this as a family, and my other friends would be like, you guys kiss on the like. I related to it, so I had a lot of jokes about that, and then they all went away. But forget what your question was.
Well, did you feel like that he was? Some people might see that he co-signed for the Giselle jokes, and he had a heads up that where they were going to go to.
Dude, it was so rough. Well, I couldn't look at him because I felt like there's this clip of me online that I'm watching, and he cuts to him, and he looks devastated. Like he looks really shell-shocked.
Like a tight smile.
Yeah, and I thought he would be able to fake it more, but I'm like, oh wow, I thought he was gonna know all of our jokes. I honestly, because he's an EP on it, so I thought and he wants to control things. Like I'm sure he's gonna deflate some of our jokes by looking at them and making them more palatable for him to handle and hold. And but he didn't, and he because even when Jeff made the Robert Kraft joke about like alluding to the happy ending massages, he got up and was like, no, I didn't hear it happen, but I saw him get up. I didn't know what he said, but I was on Stern yesterday, and he said that he was like, no, that's too far or something. And that was a real moment.
Don't ever say that shit again. Yeah,
that's what he said.
Yeah.
Yikes. I would, because Jeff did sit back down and was like, did I cross, like, was that, because he tried to handle it.
Why on God's green earth would it be about that?
What do you mean?
Why is he picking that
because
no one saw coming?
I think Robert Kraft was a hard get to get in that room. And Tom probably vouched and said they are not going to come after you.
You cannot sit in the fucking within a mile radius.
No, but that he should have communicated better because Jeff would have never ever overstepped the line that Tom put down. And he would have made it like he wouldn't have ever. So that wasn't communicated clearly because Jeff was so like
it was like a throwaway.
Conscious about it. Yeah,
right.
It was. But he was offended, dude. I really do think that he didn't expect it. But I was checking in with Jeff beforehand, and he was like, he's ready to go. He wants to do this full throttle. Let's go. No holds barred, just not the kids. Like, he can take it. And I go, Giselle, and you're like, yep, he can take it. I'm like, all right. And if you watch a Greg Giraldo roast compilation, that's all you need to do to watch to know what you're in for. Like, it's going to be that level because we're all watching those, and we're all striving for that level of
cringy,
of truth and harshness and and so for him to ever be surprised at anything is just bad planning. And you didn't, and you thought you were impervious to it or something. That's insane.
Everything we know about Tom Brady as an athlete, his preparation, his perfectionism, and he would scream it. So there is a crazy as a fox kind of vibe here.
Oh yeah, I mean, studying him,
Well, he's more vulnerable. He's more human. They call him the human robot. He signed a $375 million deal to be in the booth. So these little asides and jokes, it's all been sort of said out loud in a vicious way. So I think it's a new day in town for him walking down the street because you kind of feel empathy for him. There was that joke. I think it was Kevin Hart. You went 8 and 9 and you lost your wife and kids.
Oh, yeah. It was worth going 8 and 9 for.
Yes.
There was that too. But as far as primality, if you talk about the male psyche and the male ego and however that went down, we don't know.
Yeah.
But that's a very, that made me empathetic toward him.
I agree. I think he didn't think that angle of like losing your family would
losing
be
family is a
brought
rough
in.
term.
It is. And the truth is he did it. Like he didn't abandon his kids. He's like a great father. I hope that he was able to just know that that's not true.
But wouldn't you not want that out there? Just the people
that
casual viewer goes, oh, he deserves his kids
now
too.
That's what I know about him. Like anyone who doesn't, we defined who he is now. You're so right there. This is opening up a world in which he might face more criticism. I do know he didn't go to the after party.
I fucking would go cry in the corner.
He would have water, but it's divorce with like a total net worth between the two of them about $500 million, and their kids are living online every day. They're 10 and 12 or something like that. So they're seeing all these jokes. So
I know,
brutal.
But then they're already acclimated. It's not out of the blue.
That's a good point. I mean,
it's just their life.
And that was when I said some savage joke about I think the eating ass Giselle joke, and which I was scared to even look towards him. But then I was just like, you're Tom Brady. I go, you'll be okay. Like, I literally said that because I'm like, you will. Like, and you did ask for this. And if you don't know how, it's interesting because I wonder. I'm going on Kimmel later today, and my angle is like, oh, let me read some jokes about me that didn't make it. Like, there's a writer's room, and so many jokes of that people didn't use about me because I wasn't. People thought there's more important people to talk about. I'll read those, and so those are coming in right now, and I'm like, oh God, like, and some of them are from my like close friends who were in that room, and I'm like, you see this thing about me that I thought I only saw about myself, like. I'm having that moment, but I think I feel like it's a good move because I was going to read roast jokes that didn't make it and just go harder on people. And I'm like, no, what if I go hard on myself and it kind of give myself that Tom Brady treatment that I just dished out? But it's hard, man.
It's a great idea. But yeah, it is sort of like, what are people perceiving about me that I don't see?
It's so gross.
Because you don't even, like, they would never, like, the things we said about Tom Brady, you can't even tell him in on a Zoom meeting of like, here's the areas that we might go to. Like, no one did that.
Right.
No one even said, because there are things about me I know that I just already read coming in where I'm like, I really didn't know anyone thought that about me. Like, I really thought that was just between me and the mirror when I'm alone. And so
you can't get roasted. Like, I think I got asked to be roasted once, and it's good money, but I thought I could never handle it. And that's why I never did it. And I only did it as a host. And in the host, you're in the crossfire. And I think some jokes about me got traded because we got that last minute addition and it was too juicy. So everyone jumped on Ann Coulter.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so
great.
She became the punching
And
bag.
later I was told, you dodged a few bullets because people switched. Because,
I'm surprised you did that. I wasn't really friends with you back then, but knowing you now, I'm so glad you did. But it's brutal. It hurts so much. I'm glad that I kind of got brushed over, but there was like one or two jokes about me that afterwards at the after party, I just was kind of a little bit like processing and being like, wait, why did he write like that? Was that a joke or was that from a real place? And like, yeah, it stays with you a little bit. So it's, but it's worth it because it's the exposure and the.
If Brady's my friend, he has a shirt on top and underneath he has a t-shirt. And at the end, he unbuttons it and it's just all the topics that were covered. Giselle Trainer, ass. So he just goes, knew it.
That would, yes.
Knew it. But yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, the early ones, the first one that was big, was it Chevy Chase? One of the first
that went
on the Comedy Central.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, because I don't think Chevy was ready for it. I really saw real pain and real wish I wasn't here. I think now people who do it, I mean, the next celebrity who's going to do it, come on, man. You have to think of the
Nikki, honestly. What's
you do.
worse?
You have to know that no one is immune to it. But that's kind of like the person we want to get who thinks they're such hot shit that
there's nothing there.
It's everyone else can be looked at like that, but not me. And that's kind of was Tom Brady was feeling.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But now he knows.
Well, Nikki, would you rather be? This is the problem I thought with the Chevy Chase one was Don Rickles and those guys in the old days. If people know, that was the fun roast. Dean Martin. Frank Sinatra, huge stars. And they were little pokes.
1970s.
And they were fun pokes. They're all friends. Chevy Chase, I think it was strangers, hired assassins. So a guy's like, hi, I'm whoever. By the way, you're a piece of shit. And now it's too mean because you're like, wait, who's this guy? And so is it worse from strangers? Or is it worse from your friends? If you were roasting me and it was too mean, I wouldn't even know how to look at you after. I would be.
I felt way worse roasting Jeff Ross and Bert Kreischer. And
oh, right. You said he was disgusting.
I said he's disgusting to look at. And I was going to lose that joke because I'm just, it's so harsh. And my friends were being like, yeah, it's not really, you don't even say what he looks like. You just say he's disgusting to look at. And I go, no, but that's why it's funny. It's just, it's so that's the
You lost
reason
weight,
I like
that's
it.
not the reason you're disgusting.
It's intentional to be
Who
just
did
to be
this
direct
sea lion
with,
reference? Like, go back to the ocean?
that was
Kevin
like
Hart?
the only woman you'll ever make wet is the one who helps roll you back into the ocean.
That was your line, right?
Yeah.
It's another great line. It's just a great joke.
And then I had to sit back down next to him and
Hey, bud.
and I do love him and I actually do think he looks better. Like he's looking good recently. I love Jeff Ross. And then to tell Bert, I'm such a fan of your joke. Like I told Bert later, I don't feel that way. And then but yeah, I think it's strangers. It's easier to be vicious because I don't know them. Like I didn't even meet Tom before the roast, so it was way easier to be to say sociopathic things to him because I didn't. He's just a person. He's just a person on a page to me. Like he's not real.
Isn't Jeff Frost kind of a ladies' man, or
Yeah, he does really.
I met him once.
A
very young, beautiful woman with him.
He's charming and adorable, and it's. But it felt in the past I wasn't close with Jeff, or I guess it was 5 years ago that I did the last one, and this time I felt a lot. I guess I'm growing as a person because I felt way worse this time around saying these jokes than I ever have. I really never even cared before.
Tony Hinchcliffe did a good job coming from the crowd.
Killed.
I think coming from the crowd is a great trick. No one expects anything from him. They don't. Most people don't know
bar.
who he is.
Yes.
No bar. Walks out of the audience like I don't even know what he's doing. And I'm a comedian. I'm like, where is he coming on to introduce something?
Cool.
And then he just casually throws a line out about someone. And people don't like, who is he? Oh, that's kind of funny. Oh, that's pretty funny. And that's really good. Then he gets like Sam J and he does whatever that one was.
And then it was like, whoa, where
bam,
this guy
bam,
come
bam,
from?
bam, bam, bam. And then that king rhythm. And
he
then get
was
off. Great job.
Was amazing. I was blown away. That was like such a moment for him. And to walk while you're doing it, it was just, the truth is the people who do the best and those are the ones that are just like working the hardest. I talking to people afterwards, it's like, what did you do to prepare this? And we were all just so exhausted. The ones, the people that really killed. Just
tighten and
start a month out and just say jokes and edit them.
Thinking about it obsessively, working with people all day long, and then running it around town 5 times a night. I mean, I did 5 sets a night for like a week and a half.
It's not even the same because you're like, these people aren't on the dais. You're telling the crowd, picture Tom Brady right here. Picture, you know who Tom Segura is? Picture him over there. I'm going to say something. And they're like, okay. It's not quite the same, but you can get a good feel.
Yes. Yeah. I have to explain to a room at the Laugh Factory at 11 p.m. at night, which is mostly Armenians, who Drew Bledsoe is. So for this joke, you need to know he was injured in 2001. And that's what, it's exhausting to set it up. So it was fun to go out and do the roast set for the first time without being like, okay, guys, I set the stage. But it's just such a weird set to do just one time.
Tom sitting there is a whole big
changes everything.
That's how many minutes did you do, by the way?
I don't know how many it ended up being, but it was planned to be. It was in the clubs. It was 7. So at the Forum, it was probably like 8.5, with just the larger laughs. But there was like jokes I put in last minute of like wanting to shoot my boyfriend in the fucking face for a lottery ticket to suck his dick. That was insane. And I added that the day before. And that was like a high risk situation. Like there were some jokes I was like, this isn't even really tested. I don't know if this is going to, it's just, I'm so glad it's over. Don't you guys have those things all the time where it's like so much pressure?
It's so stressed.
Well, it's that kind of pressure. I did observe you. There was a wide shot as the show was starting.
Oh, God.
And there's Nikki. And I thought I saw you go, big sigh. Just spiking up.
You probably could see my side from a wide shot at the Forum. You can see my body move.
I could see. Maybe they're panning over. I just saw it and I thought, that's exactly the frame of mind I would be in. Like, okay, here we go. It's also supposed to be ha, 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 ha. But we have a job to do. This is part of my career. This audience is enormous. You don't want to think about it because the way everything is stratified. This is still playing on Netflix. It's trending for months.
Yes.
So you wanted to go, this isn't important. I'm just roasting. Fuck it. But then side, you go, no, this is kind of a big thing.
It's the biggest thing I'll ever do. It's the Super Bowl of comedy. Like the amount of, I'll never have a moment in my career like I had yesterday, the day after the roast. There's nothing I can do as a comedian, hosting SNL, announcing I just had a baby, maybe if I start dating Taylor Swift. That's the only amount of texts I will get. Like this is the scale of this is unprecedented for a comedian. Like my special
Right.
will come out, I won't even get this many texts. It won't ever happen again like this. And so yeah, but I kind of had a feeling about that. So you can't. There's other opportunities that I've gone, wow, I didn't work hard enough. I didn't understand the scale of that, and I fucking phoned it in, and I'll never do that again. But this, I just had a feeling this is gonna be pretty big. So you gotta work hard.
What was an opportunity where you felt you phoned it in? I'm just curious.
Recently I presented at the Creative Arts Emmys that was going to be airing on FXX. So I was just like, I had a lot to do that week, and I was like, I'll just do whatever they write for me and punch it up. And I should have had my own angle. John Mulaney won. I'm presenting it to him, and like the thing I did for that was just so not fun. Like I totally blew it. Totally blew it. And I'm like, oh man, this is a room of all like the people in the industry. Like I squandered it. And I go, okay, lesson that I learned 20 years in. I shouldn't have learned this late, but never like treat everything at least as try the best you did, because you didn't do the best you could do.
Are comedians more disciplined now? Because I know there was always Jerry Seinfeld, at least for me, in the clubs, and he was super disciplined. But a lot of really good comics would get a set, which is maybe like 30, and then they would do crowd work. And they would just develop a drinking problem, and they would go out across the country. And then you'd see them 5 years later. It's the exact same set. Yeah. And then we're meeting John Mulaney and Jim Gaffigan and you and Jerry Seinfeld and learning about this idea of treating it like a college essay, like every line, and then going into the club night after night. I don't know. People did that back then. The successful ones did.
Yeah. There's a component to being funny that is like just how hard you work. Like we all think it's just natural and by it is, that's what gets you into it. But yeah, you can be so much funnier by doing things that aren't funny at all and are just really just focusing. But I mean, those guys that you listed, like, I don't work like that on my stand-up. After this roast, I was like, man, if I worked this hard on my that's what, at this level that I worked at, I did for my special that is out on HBO now, but it's like, I didn't give enough time. I worked probably about 2 months on an hour set. In this, I worked for a month on 6 minutes. So for the next hour, I have to work 10 months ahead of time to get this kind of precision. And that's what I learned from this is like, it takes a month to get the 6 minutes.
That's going
perfect.
To the club, recording, listening to it, and changing. Okay,
and having a script and working with a writer's assistant who's keeping track of, wait, you said this thing on stage, like who's in the room jotting things down. Because I don't like listening back to myself. So for my special, I hired someone to like come on the road with me and keep track of what I was saying on stage, riffing. That would be funny.
I've never heard that, but that's brilliant.
But
that's
like, I just was like, why am I not treating my specials like I would treat if I was the host of a show or a movie? Like, I need help. I want people to punch this up to make it funnier. This doesn't have to be this solo endeavor that I've always thought stand-up is, that I like about stand-up, because it's about control and I can say, I did this. No, I didn't have any help. I can take all the credit. But it's so much better if you have help, and and you can take credit because it's the smart way to approach it.
It's a good way to do it because you're the character. So if someone writes a joke for you, we know kind of what your style is. I think Kevin Hart, a few years back, I was impressed that he'd go to Flappers. Yeah. He'd have just bare ideas, kind of rough ideas. He'd have 4 or 5 writers in the room, even though it was packed 200 seats, and he would just do it. And then they would sort of yell out and he goes, what was that thing again? And then he would do it again. Then they would go in the little room. They'd have that rented out for the night. They compare notes between shows, do this, do this, do this. So there are ways to treat it so it will move faster. You know, it doesn't have to take 2 years to get, say you need, had Dave Attell did 35 of stand-up and 5 of, and it was great.
I loved his special. God.
We did too.
Nikki, I think when our Rob Lowe roast, it was just a hair early, because when you guys get the benefit of TikTok, I wish we had TikTok, Instagram. There's so many things getting passed around after the roast that I don't think we got back then. It was just like, did you see it? Oh, it'll rerun soon. You can watch it in like another month. But A, it's live, so it makes it more, which is a great idea from Ted. And B, it gets passed around. So you're going to see it somehow. You're going to see your set, Tony, whoever, Tom's best joke about the fucking give me 20 million. I'll admit I did it or whatever.
That was wild.
Great.
Yes.
We should
but I've
how
seen
good
even
he did.
seen our old clips are being
because of its
they're
roast?
coming out.
Yeah.
Like I just saw like even leading up, their roast clips are just so sticky online. And I've seen a couple of yours, like they're taking them from now, and like I'm getting a boost. I'm seeing boosts from like old roasts of just people regenerating that stuff. But yeah, I mean the scale of this, it was everywhere yesterday. It was
Comedy Central is not Netflix, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Even I did a special on there and it didn't get seen as much as Netflix. Did your Comedy Central compare to Netflix?
I mean, yeah,
or
I did special for
HBO.
comedies. HBO's not global, so which is fine because it's like about you might not be able to tour internationally. I'm okay.
The Congo.
Yeah, because I'll go there if they want me. So I'm I'll go anywhere. I'll take any gig. So I'm kind of glad that, and I don't like traveling internationally. I get stressed out by customs. So I'm kind of like, okay, I'm good not going. And HBO has a classiness to it that I really like,
for sure.
and they're really selective. So, but yeah, there's definitely a difference.
My Comedy Central one, Dana couldn't even find. Honestly, no joke. I was like, Dana, check it out. And he's like, I got to get online, and then I got to join.
I couldn't find it.
You can find it on YouTube, I think. But that's almost good though, because that's why when we're in Vegas, and I'm like at the Venetian, Dave and I have
Venetian.
So you two play the Venetian on a regular basis.
Oh yeah.
And what's your next gig? It'll be.
I think it's July. We got July. We got September.
July's a little hot. They had me play there, and it was 117 the weekend I was there.
I think this is the last July Vegas is going to be functional.
What does that mean?
Just in terms of climate change, like we're getting dicey. So this is one of the last summers I think that town will be inhabitable. But actually, it's kind of all indoors at this point,
and we'll be there.
No, but it's still the crowd is wilted. That's a problem.
Yeah, they've been out in the sun, but it's such a fun show. But that's why I'm always like, Dave, will you just do bits from that comedy set? Like I know them, and you can because no one saw it, and that I feel the same way about some stuff in the past.
And I hate it because you go, God, I did it, and I technically am not supposed to use them, but I'm like,
but you can again.
I work so hard on it, and then I'm like, and who saw it? And then you do one in anywhere else, and you go, oh, these people saw it.
Yeah.
And it feels like I did it.
Shame. But you know what? But with you have the kind of jokes that you want to hear again and again. There's like only a handful of comedians who you want. Same with you, Dana. Like this, that you want to see bits again. Like it's not just the element of surprise that makes it funny. I think a lot of my jokes are like it's that turn of phrase at the end, and once you hear it, it's like the rabbit's out of the hat. But for you guys, I think I want to hear stuff over and over.
Well, I don't know. Last time you saw me, I didn't have anything. I just had bare notes. It was.
Oh my God, you were so funny. Last time I saw you, it was such a treat.
I'm just doing, I kind of am a sketch player at heart. So then if I do say Paul McCartney and the audience is hot, I'll just keep going.
Yeah.
But I was interested in you guys on the road. So who do you flip a coin? Who closes? Who opens?
Oh, Dave closes. I don't want to touch that.
Because he's David Spade.
Yeah, he's fucking David Spade. He's my favorite comedian. I start sounding like him by the end of the week. Like that's the joy of working with him is like I absorb his funniness a little bit and I can spin it. Like I totally steal his like cadence, not even intentionally. It's like when Madonna starts sounding British. Like you just hang out enough and you just can't help but be funnier around him. And then I get to it's when you're on the road, you just like after you get off stage, I have to go do a meet and greet and I'm kind of alone But this, after I get off stage, I just get to go watch my favorite comedian, and like they're doing stuff that I requested. Like I get to put in requests.
Then
and
I look at Nikki and mention her half the time because if she likes a joke, I look over and go,
it's so fun. And we go out to dinner beforehand, and it's just a great weekend.
It makes it a weekend I look forward to, and we do it about 4 or 5 times a year.
When you're solo on the road, really solo, it's a little lonely. You're in the day of the hotel is so long, and what do I do? It's like, so if you do have another person there, the whole energy, you come out. I remember playing a big casino with Dennis, and it was starting at 8, and it's one of those things where they come in later, but we peeked out the curtain and all the chairs were empty.
Oh,
it was like 7:58, and he goes, "Christ sakes, Carvey, are we 3 Dog Night all this time?" It's like so, Dennis. Then they rush in; they're finishing their drinks, and they rush in, and we were okay. But at that moment,
all right, we got to let Nikki go.
Okay.
So you got Jimmy Kimmel tonight. What's your first line? You sit down, your first joke.
I'll probably thank him for sending me an email because he that'll get us into some areas. And I really do want to thank him because he wrote me a really nice email when he didn't need to, and he's a busy man. So I'll probably do that. Ingratiate myself.
Ingratiation, good.
Maybe
and
talk about my spray
still...
tan, something. I don't know. I always comment on. Just try to get it.
Whatever's
kick it
going
off.
on to settle in. Just settle in.
Yeah.
Something. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
make a joke about how I'm trying to dress like Dua Lipa, like the outfit I'm wearing. I'm who do I think I am? Something like that.
Love it.
Okay.
We'll find out if you did.
I'm going to set my VCR.
I watched you last night, Spade, on Kimmel. I guess you were on like a month ago or something like that. And I watched your set to like be inspired because you are always so great on those. And I watched you before Howard too. I did Howard yesterday and I was like, what's the vibe I want to go into with Howard? Like my ideal Howard is a Spade Howard. And I didn't nail that, but I definitely listened to you beforehand to like get in the right state of mind. So
all those take work. The talk shows, those are things you gotta plan out a little bit. And
absolutely.
People don't realize that. You can't just flounder and just go, I'm so interesting. You're like, nope.
You got to have a plan and learn that the hard way as well.
Yeah.
Won't do that again.
I'll just leave it at this as the business side of my head. My final comment is that you're still penetrating the market, not a sexual pun, and you're growing your brand. And I do think this special, coupled with the roast and the spot you were in and how you killed, so it's just kind of cool. You are like your own company, and it's just doing very well. I just
thank you, Dana. That means so much to me, and like just the fact that I know both of you is true. I said it on Tiger Belly yesterday. Is an achievement of my career. Is like getting to know.
Well, you were my favorite. David told you that because David, he would go to dinners and stuff, and people would visit, and then you were always the easiest person
I got to go to a dinner
to.
with you once, and then we had such a great talk, and then I felt like I was friends with you afterwards. It just took one dinner, and it was amazing. That was one of the best nights of my life. Like it was so cool.
Well, I'd love to do it again.
I would too. It felt like it today. Thank you guys for having me.
Pleasure.
Right, bye, sweetheart.
Okay. I'll enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Enjoy yourself.
Bye.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Please follow, subscribe, leave a like, a review, all this stuff. Smash that button, whatever it is, wherever you get your podcasts. Fly on the Wall is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, Charlie Finan of Brillstein Entertainment, and Heather Santoro. The show's lead producer is Greg Holtzman.
Concentrate on this podcast.
On this stupid shit? It's easy. I zone out, let you take over. No, it's actually, this is the fun one because we don't have to know anything about the guests or anything. We just come in here and riff on subjects. Sometimes it works.
Sometimes you're just hanging out with us, and hopefully it's kind of fun because you're seeing us.
You know what it is? People say, this is like what it would be like if you and Dana were just together sitting on his bed in his room talking.
Pretty much. And
sitting on your bed.
That's worth everything. If we had seen Charlie Chaplin and Lou Costello hanging, I'm not saying we're that level, but those two guys hanging out and talking.
It'd be fun.
I would listen to it.
I would listen. Now listen, people in YouTube, they say all these nice things. I always say that, but it's true. And then sometimes they give me suggestions like, I think you should do more of this. I'm sorry, on your free podcast that costs absolutely nothing.
While you're doing something else and fast forwarding over our award-winning commercials, nobody gives it up like.
No, nobody gives it up like
I almost teared up doing ads last week.
We should call this podcast In the Background. We just play it in the background. Just put it on your TV and then just hear like little bits of it. That's all you need.
To listen to this podcast properly, make sure you're doing a physical activity and your mind is completely preoccupied, gardening, lifting weights, driving on the Autobahn, because there are fans in Germany. Sorry.
Sure.
See, Kyle.
I'll tell you one thing that happened on the road. Now, we all know that I'm a road hack.
I know. And then I do want to go over your dates only because I want to hear what towns you're going to see if I've played those towns and then see how many people you draw, and then we can contrast and compare. But first of all,
Heather, pull up the dates anyway. I know some of them will test me. So right now, I just did a couple, and then now I'm back. But we got coming up. We got
how'd they go?
Hartford, Providence.
Okay,
that's Friday, Saturday. I'll be doing.
So
Hartford
those are
tonight.
both in Connecticut. No,
Yeah.
Rhode Island. No, Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford, Connecticut, Providence, Rhode Island. Kyle Dunnigan's going to join me. That funny guy.
Kyle Dunnigan?
Yeah, not funny. He's out there. So I said, come over and go on with me.
That's cool.
Vegas with Nikki after that, end of September. And then I got a 4-day Florida run with Catherine Blanford and Bobby Miyamoto. We got West Palm Beach, Fort Myers, Melbourne, Daytona Beach. Then I go to Denver for a special taping and then Kansas City.
Whoa.
Chiefs.
I mean, so you're going to do 4 in
Thank you.
4 in Florida and then head right to Denver and shoot your special.
It's the 4 in Florida tour.
Well, 4 in Florida is to warm you up because you don't have your act cold. We understand you have a teleprompter.
It's pretty good
most of the time.
No, I don't. I did a corporate last night. I have 2 this week, which is great. I love them. Last night was for lawyers. You have to do a little jibber jabber up front. You know,
yeah.
If
Definitely.
you want to say, they don't even tell you. They say do whatever you want, but they totally take care of you. It's always nice.
Yeah. I love them. Yeah.
And so it was not just 500 lawyers. It was lawyers that were injury lawyers, personal injury. So
really,
of course, I made fun of them, and then I made fun of the CEO. It's always funny. And then this week I go do is 11,000 people. I didn't even know that. I just saw it said crowd size roughly 11,000. I go, what?
Is that in Vegas? Usually that's a convention.
That one's
town.
in Boston. That's on the way to my Providence show.
11,000.
I know, isn't that crazy? They said Ryan Reynolds is doing something. I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, it'll be fun. But here's what I will tell you. My one story from the road is I had to do a Zoom doctor appointment. Our favorite things, I guess, because we're old, is to go to doctors.
I love it.
Heather doesn't even know this. So I go to the Zoom and I have an undisclosed, just a thing that, of course, you get nervous. You go, can I just talk to you about something? So I zoom in and here's the doctor like this in the Zoom. And then way back by the Bruce Lee skateboard, there's a young Asian woman on a computer like this. You know what I mean?
Taking notes.
Yeah, I see her back there. And I'm like, and then he's like, so what can I do for you? And then she's like back there just going, and then I go, well, I got this and that. And he goes, okay. Can you take off your shirt for me? And I see her like this.
Really?
Yeah. And then I go, what, and then I comply because I'm easily manipulated.
Plot is thickening. I'm very curious right now.
Yeah, I know.
What you got.
It's very vague.
Let
I know.
the fans. Okay, I want to hear you.
Fans get, and then I hear her go, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, what's that back there? He's like, oh, she's just taking notes. She's like, don't listen to her. And I'm like, well, and then she's like, jelly roll. And I go, okay, if you wrote jelly roll, that's not a medicinal term.
So she's critiquing your body with slang in the background. Yeah. This is a hell of a
terminology.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she's like, and then he's like, can I see under your nuts, please? And she's like, she looks up like
doctors
fucking,
don't say nuts.
Well, he said ball sack or something.
Well, no, they don't.
He said his nardules.
You got a weird doctor. I don't know. I've heard about this being a scam. Was he Nigerian?
Well, it was an incoming call, but he said he was a doctor.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Let's see. Okay.
It was a Zoom. It was a FaceTime. And it says, I go, this is Dr. Potential Spam.
Yeah. Okay. So, that's the first tell. So then what happened?
Should that be the name of my special? Potential Spam.
I used to go, that should be a rapper. If I was going to be a hip hop guy, I'd be called Potential Spam.
That's a good one. Well, okay. So anyway, let's see the undercarriage of your nutsack, please. This is their doctor ordering it. Please just do it.
Is he miming out what he would be doing to you if he was in the room?
He goes like this, give it the lift and give it that. And then turn around and bend over. And I'm like, is this still about my cough?
And now
like,
could you punch him like a speed bag just with your hand? Let me just see you do that. I have not heard. Okay, so then what happened?
And then the lady in the back keeps going, I don't like when she looks up. It's always something gross. All right, now can you maybe spread your butt cheek? I go, you're not looking, you're just listening. You don't need to look and listen, right?
Right.
Anyway, that's all.
Well, but can you give the fans out here, and maybe for me, that tele number?
Oh, you want to do this stuff? It's kind of
No.
fun.
I'll tell you one thing I happened to me that was embarrassing.
It's called
I don't know if I ever
Chatterbait.
mentioned this, but I went in for a hernia check, right? And I was at Cedars-Sinai. Hernia check ended up being not. But the guy comes in, he's 60, balding, nice guy, kind of burly. Hey,
I know this guy.
I've got a trainee here who's just going to watch the whole thing. Now, I'm not going to exaggerate. I mean, literally, Beyonce came in the room. I mean, literally, I said, is Beyonce here? She looked exactly, and so.
Oh, that hot?
Unbelievably attractive African-American woman that looked exactly like Beyonce. So at first I tried to get out, and he goes, too late. I said, I don't want to do this. So then I had to stand up, face away from Beyonce, nurse Beyonce, drop my drawers while he's doing all this stuff. And I thought, what does nurse Beyonce think of my ass? That's all I thought.
What about your pup tent you had? You had to throw a 2-man North Face out there.
I could not go there. I mean, you're visual. You're visual. I'm more emotional. If you see something,
well, how emotional did you get with her in 35 seconds?
No, I just did not feel like it was anything romantic.
It's a cold room. It's a tough room.
Well, what I wanted to say to the doctor, do you agree with me that this trainee doctor looks exactly like Beyonce? Oh, yeah. I know that. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Did you tell her?
Mic drop. It was Beyonce. Good night.
It was?
Mm-hmm. No.
What if it was like a prank show?
Is it Beyonce or not?
Beyonce's going to be shaving your testicles right now. And let's look at a clip.
We've referred to testicles 7 times. In the first
I know this I can't. I have another one. I'll wait for next week. Okay. No. So what else is going on in your world?
That was a good one. I was just musing on a couple things. One was the celebrity endorsement, like obviously Taylor Swift. And today, Billie Eilish, who I am a huge fan of, came out.
For politics endorsement.
For politics. Endorsed Kamala. And I don't know if you saw I guess it was a TikTok clip. And Billie Eilish said, I will want you to vote for Kamala Harris. Yes.
Oh, she did.
I want you Kamala Harris.
Yes.
So she did the whisper singing. But anyway, I don't think there's ever been a time when celebrity endorsements for political office have not influenced the election. My dad voted for Ronald Reagan, and I said, what made you vote for him? He goes, oh, Jesus Christ, Glenn Campbell endorsed him. I go, why would you listen to Glenn Campbell? Because I like Wichita linemen.
Linemen. That's a good song, though.
Do you remember one? Do you remember a celebrity? I'm throwing at the ball to your court. Do you remember a celebrity endorsement through political history that
I was young, but I was a little I was sort of wavering, but when Spuds MacKenzie came out for Jimmy Carter, do you remember Spuds MacKenzie, the Bud Light dog? It was the dog with a spot in his eye, but he was at all the fraternity parties, and I was like, this fucking dude knows what's up. Lassie had a big say in what I did. But these were just animals. But I
want to thank
regular people. I guess it's good. I mean, I figured Taylor Swift was probably leaning that way. Billie Eilish too. I mean, I don't think it's a shocker. I think it's a shocker if someone you don't think is pushing for someone you don't think they would.
Well, right? It goes with Elon Musk or anyone. If you are following the endorsement of anyone who's worth at least 200 million to $1 billion, they might have different problems than you have. Say political, they live in a different universe.
By meaning they have no problems.
I didn't want to say. We've both been on private jets. Most people have never been on one. It's so different, you could never describe it. It's redonkulous. Right. And so
it is borderline redonkulous. It's another good special name. I'll write that one down.
Now, moving on, the Trump assassination attempt #2. There's already a special on Netflix about it.
Is there? Has there been any since we started this podcast?
Well, Now they have to
4?
double down because Trump is not only a golfer. Like he bowls. He's a bowler. So I'm just thinking it's like Spy versus Spy. Like his ball will come up and it'll have a fuse.
Explode. That's funny. Trump, that's a bomb.
I didn't think so. That's my ball. Let me have it here. So they have to now. The Secret Service has to account. He loves to play pinball. They got to have, the ball goes up and everything's exploding. So there's going to be more recreational, croquet. Trump plays croquet. Here we go.
Yeah.
We get it right through the little metal cage.
I think everyone's got, well, I don't want to give ideas of how to do it. I'm just saying that this last guy wasn't really even trying. I think he had a gun. He was in the bushes. And there was an AK. Right?
Well, yeah, that's trying. I would put that in the category of trying, hiding in the bushes. But I
didn't hear any whizzing bullets. I don't think he actually shot the gun.
That's because he made a rookie mistake. He stuck he hid. I keep doing Senator
like
John
a cartoon.
Kennedy.
He stuck.
No, he hid in the bushes, and then like an idiot, he stuck the barrel out from the bushes, and they had one guy up there with like a pistol or something, Secret Service guy checking it out. He saw the barrel.
Right.
It's like, I thought I saw a wascooey wabbit, and then he started shooting at the guy, and the guy said, I really like Trump. And he threw his gun up in the air and started running.
Oh my God. At least one of the Secret Service guys gets binoculars, they do have to share it, but let's get those guys loaded a little better. I know he's not the real president, but let's keep our eyes peeled.
What they really needed was a K9 team. Now, if you have a K9
team, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you get a K9 team. So you have 4 German Shepherds all over that golf course. I'm doing you now. That guy doesn't have a chance, but I think it's kind of brilliant.
They see a gun, they go, they're pointing.
The Secret Service guys, where, boy? Where? Over there. And
right
there. Points with his paw.
Right. Now, was there a K9 team sniffing around the premises?
Well, I don't know, Senator John Kennedy. Well,
can I read you a letter? I have a letter right in front of me.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Now, here he uses the glasses. Now, I understand, your words, not mine, that you indicated, he's talking to a Secret Service guy, that perhaps professional golfer Brooke Koepka, did I pronounce that right? That he had shot 3 over par on the hole. And not shots fired, whatever. I see him out of time.
Now is it Koepka? I'm seeing it's K-E-O. Now, what is that? Is that you pronounced the
there's
hard
one
O?
called Shambo. Did I get that right? Bryson Shambo. DeChambeau, professional golfer. Your words, not mine.
Any relation to Dennis D. Concini? Remember him?
Yeah.
Is he from Arizona?
Oh. Now, you said that Lee Trevino was also spotted on the golf course. Is that your words, not mine? Did I get that right?
Am I close?
All right. I just wanted a taste.
No, we have to get him in every time.
A little bit. We don't want to torture our fan base.
Oh, and more serious news, Dana. This just in. Your bud, Puff Daddy, I know you have all his records. Does he have any records? Got busted. And now they said, we saw that coming, I guess, but they said they found, is this right? 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his house when they raided it. Too much.
Is that
Too
right,
many.
Ed? 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
By the way,
Is that what
they clown him because look at how they picked the funniest picture of these happy against sex trafficking.
I know. He's like a college senior going, hey, the team's playing tonight. And I just look underneath him. He looks
hysterical.
so sweet. Oh, man. I'm just saying, P. Diddy, what are you doing, P. Diddy? What the heck?
Dude, 1,000 bottles of oil. I don't see him at Costco. You have to buy it in bulk. You can't go to Circle K and buy 3 at a time. That's what you have to do, actually. You can't buy all those. That's red flag. You send your little henchmen in 3 at a time till you get to 1,000. Now, listen, I have 300 bottles, but that's normal. 1,000 is too much. It's too much.
It's hard to work for P. Diddy. Like they got to 500. They go, boss, is this good? That's 500 bottles more.
We're not even close to running out.
I want more, I tell you. That's actually his real speaking
voice.
That's
Puff Daddy?
Why? Yes, it is. When I'm not doing my rapper guy, I talk like this. I want more baby oil than a man could shake a stick at. I want over 1,000 bottles of good old-fashioned baby oil.
Baby oil. I feel like this might be an Al Capone situation where they get him on hoarding baby oil. You know what I mean?
Right.
Al Capone.
He gets off on all the incredibly bizarre Jeffrey Epstein style charges, and it all is on too much baby
Al
oil.
Capone, for the younger viewers, was sort of a criminal, but they got him on taxes.
Sort of a criminal. Yeah, he was like a gangster. I mean, he had henchmen and stuff, and they tried to get him on bootlegging. Back then, you could go to jail for drinking a bottle of beer. Yeah. And then they got him on tax evasion.
Tax evasion, yeah.
Tax evasion.
So it might be that kind of situation. And now a word from our sponsors at Betterment. Do you want your money to be motivated? Do you want your money to rise and grind? Do you think your money should get up and work? Well, don't worry. Betterment is here to help. Betterment is the automated investing and savings app that makes your money hustle. Their automated technology is built to help maximize returns, meaning you can invest with Betterment.
Your money can auto-adjust as you get closer to your goal. Rebalance if your portfolio gets too far out of line, and your dividends are automatically reinvested. That can increase the potential for compound returns. In other words, your money is working like a dog while you can be sleeping like one and snoring like one too. You'll never picture your money the same way again. Betterment, the automated investing and savings app that makes your money hustle.
Visit Betterment.com to get started. Investing involves risk. Performance is not guaranteed. But let's get to the headlines. Puff Daddy, good luck to you.
Puff Daddy.
Why are we saying that?
Surprisingly, he didn't look puffy at all in court. He looked very rested.
He looked good. Mm-hmm. That's what 100 million will do to you. Okay, so we're doing a video because Britney, we always talk about Britney and everyone loves Britney.
Yes.
She does these videos that are a little kooky, but they're getting kookier. Now, this is about teeth.
Okay, let me see.
So this just does not look like Britney as I recall.
Right now, it doesn't look like her.
Let's play a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, go to the end if it's working. Well, just first of all.
Okay, so did
even
you guys
her
watch
voice.
the VMAs? I didn't watch the VMAs, but I did see stuff on my phone from YouTube of Sabrina Carpenter.
It's scratchy.
Why is she kissing an alien?
All right, who's writing her bits?
I adore her.
Actually, skip to the end so we can see the teeth a little better.
That's not her.
Go back.
This is her.
No, right there. Look.
This is from her. Look at the teeth.
Carpenter. She was like, she said something.
We'll show a picture of her after.
Scariest humans I've ever seen.
Cool. She made me cool.
Okay. Right.
I think
it's a picture of her. What we normally.
I think it's a good impression. I don't think it's her.
But now that was on her regular Instagram, I think.
Oh, really? But what's with the teeth? So she put in teeth that made her teeth.
There's
all
the
decayed?
Britney we recall.
Yeah.
Fucking Hollywood. How do I have my teeth still?
What was
this
that
place is a beating.
I know. What was the horror film where the witch woman crawled through the television set?
That's The Ring.
Heather, Greg.
Poltergeist? I said The Ring.
The Ring.
Both
the Ring.
Right.
They're both right. I would say The Ring. She looked like she crawled through the TV set on The Ring. Mm-hmm.
They're doing a remake. It's called The Ring Light, and it's filmed in your bedroom. Look behind your head. There's a ring light.
I know. Look,
make it look like your earring.
Oh, okay.
Other way. There you go. Oh boy.
This is just messing with my brain.
Yeah, Dana saw that. She's making sure make sure you saw the huge gaps in her teeth. It was like this.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany, I mean, she needs to be choppered out of there wherever she is. Like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it was better to have a conservatorship. That's my strong point of view. That's a real ballsy stance.
Yeah. It's a tell. The haunted teeth and the haunted face. And then the voice. Was that from the choke necklace or something? Because
choke chain?
If I came on our podcast and I was like, hey, David, I want to tell you.
I have to say the voice.
You'd be scared. You'd be scared.
I don't know. Is she a smoker?
It's suspicious because she said
Oh, she deleted it since.
She's a midnight toker, I can tell you that.
Deleting is always feels guilty of something, but I don't know. It's such a complicated thing with Britney. Everyone's crazy about her. Everyone's worried about her, but everyone really gets up her ass in her business. And I don't know when it's not our business anymore. I feel like everyone's business is my business.
Well,
that's what we're talking this about.
It's giving us fodder. It's making us relevant. But yeah, I wish her the best. I do think
us, Jesus.
Us relevant.
It's giving me farter.
It's given us podcast fodder. But I wish her all the best. But I still don't think that was her, or it was her.
I don't know what it was. It seemed too obviously weird.
And maybe she, as soon as she clicked off, she was laughing her ass off. Put it that way.
I mean, what's on her Instagram? So something weird's going on.
How did you stay so sane with all? You've been famous for decades. How did you stay so normal?
You're pretty normal, Dana. I think we get along because we're both in the parameters of normal. I'm kind of weird, but I could be weirder. That's what I will stand by that. I could definitely be weirder. Sandler's pretty normal. Rock is pretty normal.
Yeah. I would say comedians tend to maybe be a little more normal. We're not like Britney's she was like a sex symbol, a sex star.
Well, that's skyrocket, and you pepper in sex symbol and
all that and all the
crazies.
All the crazy.
And also you got all this money that the parents are involved with that we didn't really have that. We kind of were in charge of our own stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You don't know why anyone hangs out with you. You don't know why anyone likes you. It's all anyone you date. You don't know. It's all bad.
Well, it's the Elvis Presley effect, you know, with Sonny Ray and Sonny Jim and Sonny Bill. And everywhere he looked, it was someone working for him. I want to get a Perkadam sandwich right now.
When they wrote a book about him, I feel like that was the end. I think that was his last, because he had such a small circle of friends. Like once those guys wrote a book about him.
Did you notice that when Elvis would go out there and like Ed Sullivan and stuff, like he was in sparkling clothes. He was up, you know, best looking rock star ever. And then the band was really homely, but they were great, but they were really average looking.
He was smart. I think he got authentic guys that were just good, and it wasn't
just great music.
Because he was the show. He could sell. All right, let's look at some more clips or whatever we got.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Look at, okay, read it for the home people.
Jogger left bloodied. Okay, go ahead.
Jogger left bloodied and dazed and crying after getting mauled, ... by a gang of otters. Can you show it a little better? This woman was jogging and she got...
Whoa. There.
Look at how...
So
otters, she got by one otter, fine. 8 otters? I didn't know they ganged up. She was attacked. Look at her arms.
She's okay, but she's very bloodied on her arms, bleeding, side of her face.
Scroll down. Let me see these motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
When I see otters, I don't cross the street. I go right at them. There they are. Look at them.
Oh, they're out in the street in packs?
They're big. Maybe I would run. Mm-hmm. Look at them. They're not meerkats. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Are otters scary? Oh, they say the otters fled the scene. That's funny. Well, I wouldn't know to be scared of otters. I start scared of animals and then I go from there. You know, I don't always just go pick them up.
There was a house I owned once, come out in the yard at night and there's like 10 raccoon. That was scary. And also they came into our house through the cat door, would go downstairs, eat all the cat food and then go back out.
What is it?
They wouldn't harm the cat. So
raccoon at the door.
It's a raccoon.
You know, I will say, Dana, the raccoons are ones I see people playing with on TikTok. At first glance, I would not grab a raccoon. They have sharp teeth and sharp claws, and I don't know if they're friend or foe. Everyone thinks they're so cute and lovable. I just don't know.
No, Paul McCartney did a good song. Rocky Raccoon walked into the room, but don't get near him. Don't touch him, even with Rocky Raccoon. Yeah. I did it about a raccoon. It was named Rocky, and he walked into the room. That's all I got. Then I went doodly doodly.
Oh, good job, Paul. That makes sense.
Thank you. What is our next? I'm doing all my old
next
impressions.
one.
What is?
By the way, Puff Daddy has more oil than the Exxon spill. I thought of this joke 10 minutes later.
That was pretty good. That was all right.
He has more oil than the Exxon Valdez. No one remembers that. Okay, this is a staggering fact.
I do.
Dana.
Okay, here we go.
The 2023-24 NBA combined payroll is $4.9 billion.
Mhm.
The combined OnlyFans payroll is $6.6 billion. So OnlyFans creators last year made more than the NBA combined. Heather, can you believe it? She cannot.
Heather, yeah.
By the way, these two girls that get the plug in this, they should tag them because they're anytime an OnlyFans girl gets her name out there and it gets across, like I see Instagram things where like fake story about like, I work at Arby's and I got fired because I had sex with my boss. It's just like a fake ad for an OnlyFans and she's got a fake Arby's hat on. Don't believe it.
I love the idea of the digitization of monetization. That the idea that someone let me finish.
Of the realization
early on in OnlyFans, if I got it right, one of the first attractive women got 15 million men to give her $1 a month for her going like, hey, look, not even having sex on camera. So it's 15 million a month. So if you take there's like the aggregate digital audience is like 5 billion. So it's got 2.5 billion horny men willing to, 2.5 billion, not a billion, not your words, not mine. 2.5 billion horny men. So I'm happy for these women. They don't have to walk the street and have a pimp. They can just do it. They don't even have to have sex. They just be flirtatious. I'll wear my pink panties. That'll be $5 times.
And if I send them to you, it's more. So,
and if I put them on backwards, it's double.
Well, I think the old days, like, oh, you can make a little money if you're a stripper. Like when I grew up, some girls, my high school, you'd hear about, oh, she's a stripper. She does it way downtown. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Right.
But that's way more dangerous comparatively.
Yes.
Not that it's bad. It's just you got to walk to your car after. You got horny guys everywhere. They know where you live. They can follow you. This is just, I think COVID really blew it up because they just sit in their room, talk, chat, strip, whatever, and get paid. And then they think the more people do it, the less effect it has on your career. Like they have to up the ante. That's the problem. I mean, it's porn girls. I always heard made a couple $100 a movie and it was never a lot of money, but they're like, oh, I went into porn for the money, but it wasn't that much money. And now you see these girls make way more than us combined. That's for sure. So I always think, what about the ones that are doing it and then they don't make any money? There has to be a couple that kind of flatline out there and just go, I'm just going to go back to,
I did.
Big Five and do my regular job.
Of a couple, and the guy's like, and he's with his wife, and I don't think they have sex, but they kind of put her out there, and she dresses scantily, and he goes, "We were making maybe $40,000 a year, and now we're making $500,000 a month." Just a couple
wife?
sharing their life, kind of with his wife, and I don't know, it was fairly innocent, but the people who go on and do the whole full Monte and only get like $3 to $4 a month,
$3.98.
Does that exist? And then it's only
do more. I gave you my $1. Do more.
Do more.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, it is like they paint themselves in the corner because once you do it, it's like, why not do it? But I have a
guy. Sorry to interrupt, but I do.
No. I'm just saying you always hear about the success stories, and then it's hard. I mean, they have to pay a vig. They get taxed. I think they pay somebody they have to pay OnlyFans. So but they still make a question.
How many men with women followers are on OnlyFans, and what are they making?
I think Heather.
Let's ask Heather. 10. Would she pay money to
top
see
10 OnlyFans creator? Mm-hmm. I think there's a guy in there. I think he's a rapper. Heather has poked out of curiosity.
That's a funny figure of speech.
Yep.
Heather, if that's your real name.
I stuck my head in there. Okay, here we go.
Now this is the top 15.
Well, that's only male.
Well, they say what
Heather,
they make.
Heather's looking at all to see if males crack the top 10. Is it straight guy? I don't know. I mean, I guess they're straight guys because they can say anybody who wants to look at the goods can.
There's some market.
Guys
I just
in
don't think it's
I heard.
big.
Always on the top of the list. Tyga's always
Tyga.
And I've looked this up every couple months. He's always up there for some
good
reason.
Old Daryl Hammond. Is that Daryl Hammond? Who's that?
Baby, Cardi B.
Oh, Bad Baby and Cardi B.
So how much would Tyga be making per month?
Mia Khalifa still does it. Bad Baby, my old friend, she does it. I don't know. Tyga made 31 million since he's joined. Oh my god! What are you even rapping for? It's you are.
Well, I
you
think
got
at
your new
some
career.
point, you know.
All right, we got to delete our search history when I'm looking for guys on OnlyFans. We'll fix that after.
Oh, that's Greg making a joke, our producer. Okay, that's good. That's our first joke from our producer.
Oh, I think he fed it.
Okay.
Now, Dana, what are the chances you get on OnlyFans? Oh, you and Paula. Heather said you and Paula might because you saw the other couple made so much money.
Sexy seniors, absolutely.
In your area. That's what it'd be called. That's what I'll say. Name my special. Sexy seniors in your area.
Yeah.
Am I a senior? Fuck, I don't want to talk about it. Keep going.
Yeah, you're.
No, I'm not.
I don't find obvious anything sexual. You know. I
just do mostly soaking videos, I think.
Well, I know you have a tub, like a Scarface tub, right? Look at a pelican fly. Look at, man. Your woman's so little, you'll come like a baby. So you get in that Scarface tub every night, a sudsy tub with a big cigar. Let's put on the OnlyFans. So look at this. Look at this. She showed her titties for us.
Let's see what you can do. Let's see if it makes me excited.
Oh, look at you, man. Look at you. You don't know what you're doing, man. You think I'm going to get a fan? You don't got a fan. You don't got no money.
Intimacy issue.
This is Al Pacino as...
Yeah, he has intimacy issue.
Yeah. You got an intimacy issue, man. You got to be vulnerable.
You got an intimacy issue.
You got to turn on the lady. Turn on the ladies. You turn on the ladies. You got to be vulnerable, man. Because they like vulnerable people. And you got to be vulnerable. You can't.
I used to take a tub every night.
I know. And soak your neck. Okay, there he is. Oh, yeah.
Can we
play that clip at some point on this?
Dana is Scarface.
I'm Scarface. One of the funnest things I've ever done on a talk show. Lights Out with David Spade.
We blew that. You know what, Dana, we do? Sometimes I go like this, I yawn and go like this, and you do the same thing. This is our tell. Sometimes you go like this. Especially when you're flying the wall, we do. Yeah.
I've
seen you do it. And then I go, I do it. Yeah. Have you seen that? He leans back like that.
Kind of itching my head. Like, I guess we're.
But I do it too.
Here. All right. Well, let's do that.
I do too.
The next time we're both thinking to wrap it up.
I don't know if it's bored. I think we're just thinking or whatever it is. It's not really boring because we do it in the middle. But all right. Okay. Next thing, and then I'll tell you more.
Okay.
Tells we have.
Oh, can't wait for this.
Whoops. Couple busted on a Ring camera having sex in random family's driveway in daylight.
There we go. That's OnlyFans couple.
Oh, I like how they put their opinion. This is a reporter. A sick couple have been busted.
That's a little harsh. They just like the outdoors. Yeah.
The unidentified pair's brazen sex romp. Brazen. Oh, the couple were filmed jumping out of their car before both pulling down their pants. Sounds like high school.
It sounds like they're playing a prank on each other.
Dude, it pulled on your pants.
Yeah.
So they hooked up. I like this poor reporter's got to be like, I'm here near the gross driveway where they splooted all over. Are those oil stains? Or I'm going to back up a few. Actually, Tim, pull back.
This is great that she had said to her mom, I got a job on Channel Fox 2, okay? That's terrific, Emily Crane. What are you covering? Just people fornicating in sewers. People fornicating in sewers, darling? You sure you want to do that? It's a living.
Let me see. Okay, next one. That's all we have on that. That was a good feel-good story.
Yeah.
They felt good.
Yeah, they pulled down each other's pants and each other's underpanties. And then they got busy. So, you're making notes? Are you texting me?
Yeah, no, I got to call some people, Dana. This is really right in the middle of my day.
This is a text from you right now. Pick it up, brother.
Arm back.
This is 5 minutes ago to me. Quit phoning it in, fool.
Give it something, fool.
Wait a minute. It's ringing. You can't hear it.
Here's me.
Oh,
karate.
Hi, Mrs. Spade. No, he's doing great today. No, he goes on tour tomorrow. Yeah, we're watching Superfly. Oh, that's great, Mrs. Spade. Don't tell her about the. Okay. No, he's not playing Providence, Rhode Island. Hartford? No.
I just said
he's not playing Hartford. I don't know if he has tickets for his special recording. Any extra tickets?
Special recording.
I'm sorry,
hang up on her.
Mrs. Spade. I've got to go.
Thank you.
I'll say hello to David. Thank you.
You don't even. I told you to hang up 5 minutes.
But how is it weird that I get a call from your mom right when we're doing this? I mean, what are the odds of that?
Is that weird?
Is it? Besides weird, is it wild? Stuff?
Is it weird, wild, wacky stuff?
Weird, wild stuff. Oh, I had a Johnny Carson joke about Trump's assassination attempt. Trump, apparently Trump has been in more crosshairs than a moose on Cull the Herd Day.
On what day?
Cull. Cull. I swallowed it.
Everyone in Montana laughed.
Cull the Herd. Yeah, more crosshairs.
Cull. I haven't even heard that term.
Cull the Herd. It's eliminate whatever. Next slide.
I like it. I didn't mean to ruin it. I didn't know your call.
Oh, no, I didn't. It doesn't matter. I swallow my Carson
Next,
words.
whatever story. This is an interesting story. This is out of People magazine. Private claims wife threw him a party for beating cancer, but he pretended he had to work and left. What happens is, I read this story. He says he had cancer. He said, don't tell anyone. I don't want anyone to know. She made it public on her Facebook group. She goes, hey, everybody, and so now he's getting pouring of sympathy and what happened and tell us all about it. He didn't want that. So then it went into remission. Is that the term where it went away?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she had a surprise party for him for that too. And he saw everybody. He turned and goes, hey guys, great seeing you. I got to work. And he left. And she got mad at him again. Mm-hmm. She already knew he was mad about the first thing.
Did you ever see Cool Hand Luke with Paul Newman?
Mm-hmm.
This is Strother Martin. What we have here is a failure to communicate.
He's close to John Kennedy or whatever that guy's
name. They're both from this Louisiana area. Sorry. But this is something like, I'm on the guy's side. I think the wife was just tone deaf and a little clueless.
Yeah.
And,
this should be like, am I the asshole situation? Because I have to side with the guy twice.
Maybe you could say her heart was in the right place, but it was definitely tone deaf.
She's trying to make it not about her, but you know what I mean? I think she means well. Yeah, you're right. I got it. All right, keep going.
We got a ha on our little private chat thing.
Heather, did you say ha?
Thanks, Heather.
Greg. Oh, because Greg said something.
Oh, I didn't see Greg.
Greg says, I got to delete my search history.
Well, it's on camera. It's on the screen. She goes, don't worry about what me and Greg talk about. I go, well, it's coming up on our screen. We have to read it.
Well, it's because Greg obviously is big on OnlyFans. Kidding. Yeah. If your mom's listening.
He's like, oh my God, the top 10 male OnlyFans. I could just tell you, or I'll fake look it up and put that up there, but I could just tell you.
Yeah, I didn't know how I got it up there. Okay.
Okay, this scared the fucking shit out of me. Swarms of mosquitoes take over a Mexican flight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so click the play. This is a woman on a flight. Look in the corner, Heather.
Oh.
Look at how many mosquitoes. She couldn't give a fat fuck either. Look at her.
Wow.
I'd be going, land. Look at the flight attendant casually going like, hey.
That was a vent in a flying aircraft?
Yeah.
No. She wasn't on the ground?
Wake up. No.
Wow. Note to self, do not fly Jakarta Airlines anytime soon.
Yeah, do not fly with Bill Gates. Doesn't Bill Gates love mosquitoes?
Bill Gates, I think he put a lot of money into Africa for mosquito nets. I think he
does stuff
nets.
with mosquitoes. Greg, will you pull up to see if he has ever released mosquitoes? I think he tries to modify them to help sting other mosquitoes so they don't give you malaria.
That's a question.
Something.
Are mosquitoes necessary for the ecosystem in the world? I'm assuming so, but I don't know.
I just don't know if I like regular people that are just rich going, I think I'm going to tackle this mosquito problem on my own. I'm sorry, America. You might get bit by some of my experimental mosquitoes.
We're going to release a lot of mosquitoes. Okay, here we are.
This.
Mm-hmm. They are necessary for the ecosystem. They play a vital role as a food source for many animals. So they're just food. That really looks at a mosquito and goes, birds,
no, they're
bats,
not cute.
Fish, and dragonflies.
Universally hated. What about Heather? What'd you say about Bill Gates?
He has the Gates Foundation for the World Mosquito Program.
World Mosquito Program. Vague. I don't love it.
Transmitting disease is their biggie.
Oh, he's developing something to transmit diseases.
Oh, he's looking at
I know, but does he actually release mosquitoes? He can work on a vaccine all he wants. But I don't like just because I saw him speaking once and then he let out all these mosquitoes and he goes, see, only poor people shouldn't have to deal with mosquitoes. We can too. And he let them out into the auditorium. Everyone's like this. This is the worst fucking
I don't know why
speech I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Why is do mosquitoes on your own time. I would just say that. I don't know. Tell us in the YouTube comments. I at least don't act like I know everything. I'm like, tell me.
Well, I think it's kind of weird. You're a mosquito. Everyone's afraid of you. And then a dragonfly that's only like a billionth of an ounce bigger than you eats you.
I know. Mosquitoes act so tough. They're like, I get them. They're like a big fat water bottle. They're like, I couldn't get any more fucking. Oh, this is kind of cutesy. How to get your wife to stop fussing. I know you've seen it, Heather.
Stop fussing.
Who?
About the pee.
God, he sends. My brother watches the podcast and he sends me 1 million, and I go. They're always a little rough because my brother Brian. They're always.
This is
okay. This is a good funny trick. If your wife goes, "Why do you pee all over?" This guy's very Joe Dirt.
My husband's always complaining, saying I bitch about him peeing on the seat. So I told him I could do it perfectly fine if I was a man. So he's bringing me outside to prove a point.
Can you pee straight?
We're about to prove ours.
Okay, she's gonna pee. See how easy it is.
Shorten it up.
Shorten it.
Shorten that thing
It's
up.
like Theo back there.
Yours comes down
Shorten
here.
that thing up.
She thinks it's too easy.
Oh my God.
Get to be a regular guy with a 1.5. Right, here we go.
Okay.
Go.
So middle of the night, you got to go pee. Oh, missed. You missed a little bit. Hey.
What is it?
Come on. Get it in there. Get it in
Come
the
on.
bucket.
It's so easy. You got it.
Come on. Get it in the bucket now.
Now, this ain't even right.
Get it in the bucket.
Come on. What's wrong? You're so good at it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tell you, sometimes it comes out dual stream.
Yeah. What are you going to do about that?
Be shooting out left, right.
You're going to hit the bricks on the left.
Come on.
That guy's a wizard with the hose.
Yeah, I like that.
He's creating
Kinking
different
hose.
streams, different angles.
All right. Bit's going too long. Got it.
I ain't got control over it cutting on. No, that thing cuts on by
All right. It's
itself.
getting out of hand.
Come on, get it in there. You got it.
I think this bit sort of overstayed its welcome, but I like the idea. And it was kind of clever. He's doing that thing. It reminds you of your kid and you can break it and it stops the water and everyone goes,
Right. He
"Ugh,"
was
like,
showing her what it's like to be a man.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's interesting because I looked this up as well. They're both Harvard graduates.
Really? Those two?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Theo Von and his sister?
It's Theo Von and Britney Spears, wasn't it? That was the woman in a brown wig.
That's a good sitcom I'd watch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Okay, next one.
I
feel like. Oh, this, we got so much action and comments on the thing. Remember when, well, let's just show this first and I'll say, okay, play. This is a girl getting kidnapped.
A girl getting kidnapped in a van.
Jano, look, turn around. Turn around. Turn around. How could you dare go into a stranger's
So
car?
this hot guy picked her up.
What are you?
And they acted like they were going to kidnap her.
Just explain.
Give me your phone right now. Give me your phone.
So is this
now.
too harsh?
What would have happened if you came out and it wasn't us sitting back here and there were really crazy people back here?
We never would have saw you again.
So they have it. Because sometimes I hear around LA, there's a trick where good looking guys flirt with girls and they try to, can you give me a ride over here or something? Whatever. They're trying to kidnap them. And it's a good trick because it doesn't look like a typical kidnapper. So this guy flirts with the girl, says, hey, can you get in? And she does. And then they act like they're going to kill her and she freaks out. And then they're like, it's just mom and pop.
So the idea was that he got her phone or her Instagram or something and convince her I'll be outside near this block and get in the van.
Or he just saw her at like Target and said, hey, why don't you come with me? You're cute. And then she gets in. She looks younger than him. I think she was 13 in that. So she gets in a stranger's car. Is it too much, Dana? And you better have the right answer. There's I
would say this. I don't have enough information to have a strong opinion.
Just be wrong.
I would say just intuitive. I'll tell you a story about myself. So I used to have to walk 5 miles to the orthodontist because my parents are both working, but they got me these cheap braces. And so it was raining and this guy pulled over, pouring rain. I'll give you a ride. Just in this creepy Oldsmobile. And my intuitive thing was blink was no. So do other people do this?
I had a guy
set the daughter up so she experiences it and then scare the shit out of her.
It seems like a little much for me, but I wouldn't do it. But if it's effective, I couldn't watch my daughter be that scared.
Well, that's the thing. The off-label thing is like, for a minute, you're off-label, meaning not the primary thing we're looking at, but for the rest of her life, she will remember that fear. She'll have PTSD because for a moment, she thought she was in mortal danger, So it's an off-label, it's a asymmetrical idea.
She'll have PTSD
thesis,
which is something to do with her period. Yeah. Okay. So
I know some people that threw their daughter into a swamp and had alligators come near her because they didn't want her to jump in the swamp.
Yeah, that's normal.
The alligators were just actors and comedians. I think
they were in on it.
They were inside rubber suits. Comedians. I think Kyle Dunnigan was in one of the rubber suits, looking like an alligator. Theo Vaughn was in a rubber suit, looking like an alligator. And they scared the girl.
Nikki Glaser
was there, looking like an alligator. And then Theo Vaughn took it off. Goes, I'm not an alligator. I'm not an alligator.
Dana, I was walking to school one day when I was 8 years old. And this guy in an old car pulled up.
Same thing.
And he said, hey, it's raining. Do you want a hand job? And I said, sure, if you can give me a ride to school after. And he said, I can't do that. And I was like, well, you blew it. So I need a ride.
It was good. I like the way you set it up really straight. But I thought, where is this going? Oh, hold on a second.
It was your exact setup.
Oh, God.
I borrowed
Mr. Spade?
it.
You can listen to us live?
No, don't.
He was totally kidding about that. Love you. Okay, bye-bye.
She listens to this and she goes, I love you and Dana. She loves you. And she's like, it's fun. Everything's fun for her. Oh, it's fun. I go, Mom, I flew into town. She goes, oh, fun.
I love your mother.
I rented a car and she goes, fun. I go, it's all like fun. Everything's fun.
I love that about her.
I was in AZ this week because I had to go do that corporate. And then I carved out some time to see my mom and take her to luncheon. She's always in a good mood.
Where do you stay when you go to AZ? Do you stay at the Phoenix 4-star when you do a corporate date?
Or the Venetian because that's where the gig was.
That is a pretty beautiful hotel.
And they gave me the presidential elect room, which is, it was the former presidential suite and you get shot at all night.
One time when I remember one
It's
time.
not bad.
It was good. I liked it. I started thinking of a story like that. I had a potential thing with NBC. I was a San Francisco stand-up. And they wanted to fly me down, and they put me at Universal City. So my brother was hanging out. I go, you want to go with me? So we flew down to Burbank Airport. We check into something in Universal City, and they gave us the presidential suite. And we ran laps. We were runners then. We literally threw off our shoes and started running laps.
It's too fun. It was actually too big, so I couldn't figure out the lights. I couldn't figure out, every night I'm in a new hotel on the road, and so lights are like, bzz, or they do this, or my phone didn't charge. I've been chasing my charge all day because it went down to like 20 because my phone, even if you plug it in, it doesn't charge because I didn't click the light on, which doesn't turn the lights on. Mm-hmm. It does nothing. So you're fooled. But it puts all the energy in that room so all the lights do work. Have you heard of that, Heather? So there's two switches. One's that and one's the real light. And then the one didn't do anything, but you have to have that on so the phone chargers work and the lights actually. So there's a current. So weird. Anyway, more learning on the road.
I'm trying to follow that. Maybe we should ask the fans what.
Yeah, ask the fans what the fuck I'm talking about. But I wake up, my phone's like this. Water. I'm like, oh my God, you were charging all night. No, I wasn't. So it's down to like 21.
Question. If you check in and there's a marble tabletop and you go, there's no way my shin's going to get full stride acquainted with that marble table. So I'm not going to worry about it because I'll get up tonight to pee and I'll just go around it and then bang.
Oh, crack.
We both got hurt. Remember, we were both playing places separate and we both had to limp on stage from crashing into things at night. Yeah.
Because it's too complicated, but that place was too big. Anyway, that's all. That's boring. But we'll do one more story. Let's do one more story, Dana, because we're going to.
Okay, this is our final story. I'm holding up.
Pick a winner.
Our final story. It's called "A Woman, a Blue Floor, and a Tabletop."
Oh, so there's dolphins. I just thought this was kind of artsy. Heather would like this. This is kind of
dolphins. I see.
The dolphin just pushed the guy out. See that? She's very dancery. That's on the snout. That's hard to do. Now, people will hate this because the dolphin does like it. The dolphin did say they liked it. But most people go, we hate this because...
Well, the dolphin better get a fish after this, or I'm going to have...
What's wrong, Heather?
Okay.
Yeah, dolphins aren't captivity. I have a whole bit about this. But if you take out the fact that the dolphins are hating every second of it, it's not bad.
It shows you how strong
they are.
Keep going.
Did she do that? She does something else. I think he flips her. Look at that. He fucking throws her. I'm like, but she's pretty good too.
No, right? That's amazing.
I think it's very, and then he just pops her out. Look, hey, there you go.
See, dolphins are nice. Like if you do the exact same thing with a killer whale, it could be hazardous.
It's scary. By the way, the dolphins get paid the exact same as the trainer.
But
worried about that.
Well, they change pretty quickly because you go to where they have a killer whale and they're out there, and these beautiful, majestic creatures are so important, and they're beautiful, brilliant people. And the killer whale comes out, drags them under the water, and then the person comes up, kill the fucking fish, kill the fucking fish.
Where's the whale going?
Kill the fucking fish. Yeah, kill the fucking fish. 30 seconds later, from these majestic.
I think the
creatures.
whale goes. I think in about 2 weeks, I'm going to fight back. Not right now. 2 weeks, maybe right before that long
do they
weekend.
Still allow that? Because it seems
there's
cruel
not
with
as much
whales.
as there was. Is there SeaWorld still? I don't know.
Marine World, SeaWorld.
They say it's changes, but they're still open usually, and they go, we give the whales a 5-minute break every hour now.
But the whales know that their name is Shamu, and every single killer whale is named Shamu, and that really tees them off. I mean, come on, guys. It can't all be Shamu.
And they know they're the star. And they get paid in like minnows. It's all not fair. Everything about it's not fair.
I know. It's just something very terribly wrong.
All right, Dane, I'm going to let you go.
So good luck on your tour. What's your first date?
Well, tonight, Friday.
Tonight. You're at Hartford,
Where am I? I'm
Connecticut.
looking outside. All right, I'm in Hartford. So Hartford.
Tickets are running fast, so I jump on them now.
Low ticket warning
for tonight.
Yeah, well, it's been fun because I'm getting my special. So this is basically just, for all intents and purposes, the same jokes I'll do. I got to get them like polished.
Well, you don't want to be thinking when you got the cameras in your face. You want to go, what's that next joke again?
God, Boise was so fun. There was such a great crowd. So, if it goes like that, I should the ones you don't even think about, just go on the road. Then I'm like, that one I should have filmed. That was great.
The problem is, that then when the cameras are on, you go, well, this is pretty good, but it's not in the top 10 of the last few months.
Well,
but
the one you actually shoot always sucks.
It never can be. You want to be at such a good level for yourself that even just an average show kills. The jokes are there. Yeah. But, you never know. I think you'll destroy on this one. No pressure.
It should be fun. So far, it's working okay. I do like the jokes and all the stuff. So we'll see. I'll promote it more later when I find out when it comes out and stuff. All right, Dana, thank you for hanging out.
We'll talk soon. I'm going to call your mom just quickly and give her a recap. But
just tell her
Tell her you'll call her
thanks,
later.
buddy.
All right.
Okay.
Peace out.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Superfly is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, Heather Santoro, and Greg Holtzman. Hope you liked it.